So the question is, if you own a MacBook, which AR headset or glasses should you pick up to pair with your MacBook? Should you pick up the Xreal Airs, or should you pick up the Viture ones? Both of these work somewhat great with the MacBooks, especially Macs, because PC is a little sketchy. The Xreals for PC work okay if you get a USB-C to DisplayPort and connect it to your computer. Then there's a beta application you can use. It's a little glitchy, a little buggy, but it does work. The Viture ones, same concept. With the Viture ones, you're going to want to get this, which is the neck band, which is $180 additional to your Viture One headset. Connect this to your computer, and you're going to be fine. For the Xreals, I believe you can just connect it straight from this, from the actual glasses to your computer. No problem at all. Nonetheless, though, let's talk about which headset you should use if you are on Mac. Well, the good thing about the Xreals is that they have the Nebula app. The Nebula app is on Mac, and it is on PC. Again, like I said, very glitchy, very problematic. It's not that great. On Mac, it's actually amazing. It works out very well. It's also on Android, so if you have an Android phone, it pairs very well with these bad boys right here. The one thing I don't like going into this is the beam does not work with connecting from the Xreals to the beam to your Mac. It's not going to work if you try that. So if you're going to use the Mac, this is useless. It's not going to give you any benefits or help you out at all. It actually doesn't even like register it with the Mac if you use the beam. Now, for the Xreals connecting straight to the Mac, once you do that, you have to open up the actual Nebula app. And once you do that, you're able to see that you have two different options. You can set it to 72 Hz or 90 Hz refresh rate. And also you have three options for displays. You can either have one display, which just mirrors your current display up at the very top. It literally is right above, like right up here. Or you can have two displays, which it mirrors your first display, and then you have a separate display right here. Or three, which is just three side-by-side displays. And you can't see them all at one time. You have to turn your head. And you can also make displays either really big or really small, and you can have them either close to you or far away from you. It is very cool. I will give, Xreal a W in that aspect. That it is very cool. It's a little weird because you can't just mount the displays. So, like, for example, when you're moving around, it's a little kind of shakes a little bit while you're moving your head. I don't love it, to be honest. It's not the greatest. But for what it is, I think it actually works out pretty well. And I think over time, you will get used to it. And you'll be like, okay, this is not really that bad. And over time, you'll start to like it. That's the Xreals. Works out pretty well. For the Vitures, there is no application on the Mac for the Viture ones. That's the problem. So, you really can't. You can use it on your Mac, but all it's doing is replicating your same display on the Mac to be your display that you see down here. And I'll be honest with both these headsets, while you're using them with the Mac, the biggest problem I have is it's really hard to see the display down here. I know it does mirror, and that's kind of, I will say, what you should do. You can actually change that, and you can change the middle display up here to be an extended display, which, works out pretty well. But again, like I said, the whole point is you not to use this display down here and use the three up here. While this is just going to mirror your same display you have right down there. You can change it to the extended, but it's hard to see the bottom display then. So it works. It does. And by the way, if you try to use it with this, nothing will happen. You can connect it with the USB-C like this, but nothing will happen when you connect it. So, yeah. The one benefit of using this is you have an ultra wide mode, which you can actually see ultra wide. That's cool. I like that a little bit better than the Xreals. But if you're gonna use one of these headsets on Mac, not even a question. Not even a question at all. Because of the Nebula app, it gives you so much functionality, and they're continuing to update the Nebula app and make it better and better. So if you're going to get one of these headsets for that said reason, you gotta go with the Xreals. If you're going with the Vitures, it's gonna just be you're looking at your same display but mirrored above it, and again, you can go ultra wide, but that's pretty much that. So Xreals is my option and the one I'm going with. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.